So we can we start over, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Uh, First of all, my name is Alwan and I'm from Indonesia. I'm 21 years old. I'm in college and I'm majoring at English literature.
I am X, I am 18, I am British. I'm also in college and I would like to major in psychology.
Okay, the first topic I want to ask you is about British society. The first question I want to ask is, what is daily life like for most people in the UK?
Um, Most people's lives revolve around either studies, so school or work. So, a lot of people in the UK like to study very late in life, meaning they study sometimes even into their 30s. So education is definitely a big part of life. However, the culture, I would say, isn't very sociable. So people don't really go out and socialize with people. They tend to keep to themselves and stay at home a lot.
So it's like they are very individualist.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, the next question I want to ask is, do you think people in the UK are friendly to strangers?
Um, they judge a lot of people depending on a lot of things, mainly where you're from, because British people don't tend to like foreigners a lot, so they can be a little bit judgmental towards people who aren't British. However, generally, I don't think they're very friendly, but they're still approachable. It's not like they're horrible people.
I see, I see. Do they like to talk behind your back?
Um, I don't know.
Mm. Okay, next question. Is it easy for people in the UK to get help when they have a problem?
Oh, definitely. British people like to help out other people. It's definitely part of our culture.
Are there big difference between rich and poor people in the UK?
Um, I would say not as much compared to other countries, mainly because general wages in England are very high. So it's very easy to make money, which is why a lot of people choose to work there. So obviously there is a difference between rich and poor people. However, poor people aren't as poor as other countries can seem, just mainly because of wages and it's easier to earn money there as well.
Okay. Is it also easy for like people to find a job?
Oh, definitely. There's lots of jobs and people who are looking for jobs, they are very open to a lot of new people. So even if you're a foreigner or speak very little English, it is still very easy to find a job there.
Mm. So you need to like need certificate from college or like high school, that kind of stuff? Or
Obviously, that depends on the type of job that you're looking at getting. Most jobs require just the bare minimum education, so just a college degree. However, you can get very good paying jobs even without one. So it's not absolutely necessary.
okay, so the next question is, what do you think about the way people in the UK treat others in their community?
Um, I'm not sure. I mean, as I mentioned before, they're very closed off people. They're not very sociable. So even within your own community, it's very difficult to try and find people who would actually want to be friends with you. Like if you compare it to other countries, people in towns and villages are very close and they all know each other. However, in England, you probably won't even know who your neighbor is. So I wouldn't say that it's a very close community. They're definitely more separate people. People live their separate lives. They like to keep stuff to themselves and not share with other people, which is a shame.
But you said earlier like they like to help people, right?
They like to help if it's necessary. However, they wouldn't, on their own accord, go up to someone and start talking and just try and make friends.
I
So
see.
if you need help, they'll be open. But if it's just a friendly chat, then they not really want that.
So they are just helping and that's it, right?
Yeah, we see help more as just being polite, and we don't want to come across as rude. So we just kind of do it as an automatic reaction.
I see. I see. Okay, the second topic I want to ask you is about education in the UK.
Yeah.
S- So my first question is, how do most students in the UK feel about school?
Um, I think it's very individual. Everyone sees schooling differently. Um, However, people in England are very um, they're very into education in general and learning. So it's part of our culture to be very educated, and most people want to have the highest education possible. So it's very common for people to go to university and get the highest degree that they can, as well as having some extra qualifications on top by some extra courses or something. So it obviously depends by person, but education is seen very highly in our communities. So people just find it very important to go to.
So how about you? Do you feel about school?
I feel the same. I feel like education is one of the most important things in life. Um, it teaches you basically everything you need to know, and you get experience with it. And obviously, with education, going to school, you have opportunities to make friends as well,
Uh,
and just gain some extra knowledge, extra skills. So I feel is very important.
okay. Next question is, do teachers support students well in UK schools?
Generally, I would say yes. However, unfortunately, most teachers discriminate against people with mental disabilities and learning disorders. They find it very difficult to work with these children, and they often kick them out of school simply because of their mental disability. However, generally, I would definitely say so. I've met lots of good teachers in my education, and I've never really had a problem with any of them. So I would say mostly yes.
Are there not like special school for like disabled people?
Yes, there are. However, most of them are private, meaning you have to pay for them, and obviously, a lot of people don't want to pay or just can't afford it.
Is university important for getting a good job in the UK?
Um, I think that depends on opinion. However, I would say no. Hence, most jobs require a college degree of some sort and maybe some extra qualification depending on the job. Um, you can get very good job and earn enough to live off even just with a college degree. However, if you're looking at a higher ended job like being a lawyer or a policeman, then you'd obviously need university qualifications. However, I don't think it's necessary. You can be just fine without it.
I see. Okay. My next question is, do you think all students have the same chance in school?
Um, I would say yes, because a lot of schools offer a huge variety of things, even subjects. When you end up having seminars and lectures, then you can pick the subjects that you prefer or want to specify your education in. And there's lots of clubs and teams that you can join, and there's a huge variety of things ranging from sports to music to even writing groups, even library groups. There's really a huge amount of stuff that you have an option to pick. So yeah, definitely.
So, do you like join club or something in your high school, or no?
Yes, I did. I was in a lot of sports teams because I was
Yeah.
really into sports.
What is it? Is it football or
I tried football, but I wasn't very good at it. So I
same?
ended up playing, yeah, it's difficult. You need to have very high stamina and a very
Yeah.
fit body to be able to play it, and I just couldn't. So I ended up playing tennis and I did high jump competitively. And I was in the running club for the school as well, so I did a lot of races.
Do you try to join competition or something like that?
Hence I was in the school team. The school signed up for competitions, and whoever was in the club just automatically got signed up. And then we got told, like, next week we have a competition, and we just went to it.
Okay. What is one thing you would improve in the UK education system?
Um, I would say for teachers to be better educated about learning disabilities, just in general, so that they know how to help these children more and so that they don't discriminate against them so much.
Let's get to the last topic about social media. The question I want to ask is how often do people in the UK use social media?
It depends on the age group, I would say. So, obviously, young children don't have access to this. However, it's becoming more of a trend for parents to give phones to even children like 5 or 6 year olds. So the age limit of technology is getting a lot lower each year. And then if you move to teenagers, obviously it's the same in every country. Social media is used very widely, and it's a very common thing for every teenager to have social media. And then in the older generation, I would say not so much, just simply because they're not as educated in how to use technology as we are. So it's not as common to find it. However, these people who work office jobs and use computers and stuff, then obviously they know how to use it and use it more often. Sometimes even more often than teenagers do, just simply because they work online.
Okay. Uh, do like in UK, like do they have like free Wi-Fi in like all of places or just in some places?
A lot of shopping centers and just open spaces do have Wi-Fi. So just general shops, sometimes even like sports areas and gym halls and stuff like that, they all have Wi-Fi.
Okay, next question is what are the most popular social media platforms in the UK?
I would say the top is either going to be Instagram or Snapchat, just because of the amount of teenagers using it. Snapchat is definitely more of the popular one there. Um, Obviously, TikTok and Facebook are used a little bit less, but I think Snapchat's top.
I see. I think a lot of foreigner use Snapchat. Right?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I think a lot of foreigners use Snapchat. A lot
Oh,
of
definitely,
yeah,
yeah. Even when I had Snapchat, I had a huge amount of people adding me from all over the world, even places like Egypt and India and,
yeah.
just really all over. So it's definitely more of an international thing.
My next question is: do people in the UK use social media to talk about serious topics?
Um, hmm. Like, yes, definitely, but not social media like TikTok or Snapchat. Instagram is very highly used for this, that even news channels like BBC or Sky News, they have their own Instagram accounts and post news there. And Facebook is also very highly used for this. A lot of the older generation use Facebook to keep themselves informed about the news in general. Hence, there's a lot being posted on there as well.
Do Twitter also popular in there or no? Since Elon Musk.
Um, like, yes, it's popular, but not as popular as Instagram and Facebook. I don't see it being used that often.
Okay. Does social media bring people closer together or make them more distant? What do you think?
I would personally say it makes people more distant because social media is often used just to express your own opinion. However, with the world having a lot of negative stuff, with politics and healthcare and everything really just absolutely falling into pieces at the moment, I would say there's more arguments on the internet than anything else, and there's just a lot of negativity being shared around, which obviously causes arguments between people.
Okay. My last question is, do young people in the UK feel pressure because of what they see online?
Oh, definitely. I see that everywhere. There's a huge amount of specifically teenage girls comparing themselves to other people they see on the internet, saying that, oh, she's prettier, she has a better body than me, she has better hair. And they really bring their self-image down just by constantly comparing themselves to other people that they think looks better, and which obviously then hires social standards with how teenagers should look and what they should dress like and how they should act. And I think it's a shame because the whole teenage society is slowly becoming the exact same person, that you don't really see authentic or unique people anymore, just simply because of social media pressures considering them as weird and outcasts of society.
Yes. I think that's it for my question. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you too.
I really feel nervous. I'm sorry if I made a mistake.
No, it's okay. I understood you perfectly. You speak very well, actually.
Thank you so much. Is it evening right there or
Yes, it's 9 p.m. at the moment.
it's already midnight in here?
Why are you doing it this late?
It's okay. I really like sleep uh, late. Okay, bro. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I will talk to you later. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Bye, bro.
bye.